Good evening. You are tuned to KGVM Bozeman. We are Gallatin Valley Community Radio, 95.9 FM, kgvm.org online. I'm your host, Bob Wall. I'm here in the Tune Factory. It's time for the local musician spotlight. And Pat Loken's hosting us here and doing all the technical work. I'm doing all the fun work. And we're in the studio tonight with Kyle Sorensen. I want to thank you for coming in. I was trying to dig back in my memories, like make Swiss cheese look whole. But I know you were here once a while ago with Amber Eichmann and Kaylee Armstrong. We did a kind of a songwriter round, so I'm glad to have you back.
It's great to be back. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I am in my my role tonight is as Hot Kyle, as opposed to just Kyle. Merely Kyle Sorensen.
All right, Hot Kyle.
Hence the this will get up.
And I think we're going to get into the reason for the get up here pretty quickly, I would guess. So, why don't you tell us about this project that you have in the works and what you're up to?
Well, I have an album, a comedy album that I'm currently fundraising for. The album is called The Coolest Kid in Sex Ed. So I don't know the best way to get into this. I guess the very short story is I am an active member of the Last Best Comedy Club downtown in the Baxter Hotel. I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to.
I think that's right.
I only go there every day. Anyway, I have been performing comedy music there for a number of years, and after, I had written 14 or 15 songs, I kind of realized that I had enough quality material that I could compile it together into an album. And it's kind of become this whole concept thing of the way I'm pitching it is that I am I'm only just now becoming a cool kid now that I've turned 40. Of course, I'm trying to remember my exact phrase that I used that I wrote and I said a bunch of times, but now that I'm...
Coolest kid in sex ed.
Well, yeah, I know the name of that. Yeah. Anyway, it's an album of a bunch of what I'm calling flagrantly immature comedy songs.
Yeah.
And I guess there's just a kind of general theme throughout of characters who are getting through awkward phases of life, who are very very concerned with status, very concerned with identity, and kind of like comedy that comes out of that.
I mean, that seems like a pretty a rich well to drill into, I would think. It's something that probably all of us can remember back or maybe are still living through right now. So, I think it's a lot of comedy seems like it works best when it hits a little close to home in the listener.
Well, I mean, I think for me, a big part of what makes something not just funny, but like funny to re-experience over and over again is when it is based in characters. So, which is a lot of what you're talking about right there. And the idea being that like if you can paint a picture that gets you in the head of somebody else who has a kind of like a distorted way of seeing things or is obsessed with something, and you can understand it, like then it becomes fun to re-engage with it over and over again because you can imagine that person in different scenarios, right. And sometimes it even becomes funnier the more times you listen to it. I think there's a lot of it's tough with songwriting because you play a song. And if there's a joke or two in there, once people have heard it once, then the joke is burned. So I think like making it about characters gives it a little bit more longevity.
Yeah, that makes sense. That is, I've marveled at that sometimes, and I try to be careful to not assume that everybody else pursues things the way that I do, but just the way that things work for me. And I think for a lot of people, like you can hear the same song a lot of times and, not, a lot of people don't get tired of it. Kind of the opposite, actually. But for me, like once I've heard jokes a few times, it's like, yeah, I kind of I don't really want to hear them again. So it's kind of funny how that works. Like I said, maybe other people aren't that way, but I can see that being a little bit of a complication for like putting things onto an album or something.
Yeah. And some of this is just, I suppose, the reality of any kind of humorous anything, movies, stand-up. I mean, if you ever, see a stand-up in person and then you go back and see them a few weeks later, you'll find that they're doing the same material a lot of times over and over again. So part of it is you just have your stuff and you just have to kind of resell it every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are some of these characters that have surfaced on the album, you said they've kind of were born out of just some of the work that you were doing at Last Best and some of the performances and the situations you were making things up for there?
The songs came out of like regular performances at Last Best Comedy. The inspiration for the characters came, who knows, all over the place. Sometimes it was every now and again it might have been something that I actually directly experienced. The title track, which I think will be the first song that I play, is The Coolest Kid in Sex Ed. And to be honest, I think that song was, I just thought that was a really funny name. And I could kind of like envision it to begin with. Like, on the one hand, it's a combination of words that I don't think has ever been put together before. It also feels kind of like inevitable. Like, of course, there was, you hear that and you know, like, what that kind of means. Like, you can imagine being in 8th grade and feeling cool and being in sex ed.
Yeah. If you think back, you could probably imagine that there was, in fact, the coolest kid in sex ed. And then there was at least one, and probably more, who thought they were that other people didn't, maybe.
Yeah.
That seems to be a pretty good thing to dig into. So had you kind of formulated these things and gotten the songs together? You said you kind of had put most of the songs together and then decided to put them into an album. Are there any of these things that you worked up after you decided to do the album to kind of fit them into that? Or
No, actually.
It's kind of a compendium of things that you'd already worked up.
It was kind of like waking up one day and realizing, like, I think there's enough here, and like I think I have the community support. I think I have enough quality songs, and I think I have enough of like the technical know-how to like pull it off.
Yeah.
And so it really was like, even though it's a concept album, it's a bottom-up concept album. I've never really thought about how other bands do that kind of thing, but like this was definitely not me setting out, 5 years ago to like, I know what I'm going to do.
This is the thing I'm aiming for.
Yeah.
Yeah, there definitely have been some of those things throughout history, but I think a lot of concept albums probably are birthed that same way, or at least part of the way. So, I wonder if maybe you want to play the first song.
Yeah, this will give a good. I think this will give a very good. It'll give a foundation for all the other songs, because this one's pretty nice. It's a nice storytelling song. As we play some of the other ones that get maybe a little spicier, but I think. Despite them, well, I'm not apologizing for them being spicy in the first place, but I think they're also very like fun, and they're sincere songs, even though they do have some R-rated material in them. So, all right, so this is The Coolest Kid in Sex Ed. Eighth grade PE class. I file to my seat, open up my Trapper Keeper, get set to learn about puberty. Brittany sits in the back, drawing doodles in her book, pointing at people's shirts, saying, "Made you look." She's so brilliant and beautiful, I know I don't have a prayer. But my heart melts when she quotes from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and she's the coolest kid in sex ed. Ooh, the coolest kid in sex ed. Ooh. Diagrams and overheads, pelvic zone cross sections, lo-fi videotapes, bad rap songs about erections. I'm blushing, I'm so uneasy. But Brittany, she's so calm. Dylan asks, what you doing later? And she comes back with your mom. She's so perfect and witty, her humor is beyond compare. I'm just another squeaky voice loser without pubic hair. And she's the coolest kid in sex ed. Ooh, the coolest kid in sex ed. Ooh. Oh, crap, emergency. Teacher says I have to define STD. Now everybody's looking at me. Oh God, this is the big test. How do I impress the coolest kid in sex ed? The coolest kid in sex ed. Oh, well, I got to thinking all about how Will Smith got his start on the playground. How he was just playing b-ball outside of the school, and now he's the Fresh Prince, the king of cool. I decided then and there I had to be rad. I had to get jiggy, I had to be bad. I had to make a move, I had to make a play. So I turned my cap backwards, put on my shades, jumped up on my desk and yelled, I'm through. STD, more like F-U. This class is whack, it's ludicrous. Why don't you go and suck my uterus? Yeah. Suddenly there's only silence. I must have screwed it up somehow. An eternity of ages pass, while sweat drips from my brow. But then Bernard yells, "Noise!" And Megan starts to clap. I realize this is my moment, and I moon the entire class. The students erupt in a cheer while the teacher dismays. Brittany chuckles, and that's when I know, at least for today, I'm the coolest kid in sex ed. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Noise.
Perfect.
I mean, who doesn't like an underdog ascending story? Yeah.
Origin story.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
For Hot Kyle.
Yeah.
So that's the first song on the album, the title song.
Yeah.
Was that, is that the first one that you Like just when you realized you had this material, was that kind of the first thing that things congealed around, or?
I think it was the thing that glued it together. It wasn't the first song I wrote, and actually a lot of the songs on this album, it's worth saying, I have written and rewritten a number of times. Since I perform at the Comedy Club all the time, I get a chance to play it, and then I get some feedback from the audience, and I can kind of tell which things are working. And so a lot of these songs went through like 4 or 5 revisions. That one, the rap thing, my best friend asked me just last night if that was new, because he hadn't heard it before, even though he's the guy he made the video for my Kickstarter, which I'm going to talk about in a bit. So, which is kind of fun. I make all these little subtle improvements, and then people are like, "Huh, that's new."
Yeah.
But anyway, I had a lot of other songs that were they all they kind of exist within a similar universe, but I kind of realized this song, that title, that character allows me to create this kind of cool 90s aesthetic. It's this fun retro nostalgia thing that I got going on, and the whole album is that. It's just big throwback to the 90s and I don't know, my memories of middle school and that kind of thing. And so it was just kind of the thing that it's what allowed me to realize that I could turn this into a project. And I think now when people hear the songs, they, it does register to them as though it was like a completely, I don't know, a concept that I came up with all together, because they fit together well enough. But no, I didn't start off that
wasn't
way.
That way. I mean, happenstance sometimes works out well. So cool. I don't know if you want to maybe play another song and then talk about Kickstarter, or? Sure.
All right, I will. I'll switch it up a bit. I'm gonna do. So, even though there's a lot of songs that are, I don't know, that a lot of characters who are immature, they kind of spread the gamut in terms of ages. And this song is about a guy who's really excited about a PowerPoint presentation that he's putting together. All right. Presentation in 15 minutes. Got my slides ready to go. Presentation in 15 minutes. I'm gonna put on such a show. Presentation in 10 more minutes. Got my transitions all mapped out. Presentation in 10 more minutes. All the ladies gonna scream and shout. I got a PowerPoint presentation in the conference room. I got a PowerPoint presentation coming up at noon. Once I show off my skills in Microsoft, those business dresses will be coming off. Yes, I'll happily be your groom after my PowerPoint presentation in the conference room. Presentation in 5 more minutes. I loaded that shiz up with the best clip art. Presentation in 5 more minutes. You know it's gonna be off the charts. I got a PowerPoint presentation in the conference room. I got a PowerPoint presentation dropping really soon. After they hear these laser sound effects, it's gonna be a marathon of sex. Yes, I'll happily be your groom after my PowerPoint PowerPoint presentation in the conference room. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Presentation in the conference room.
That exudes confidence.
There's another one that exudes even more, but, which I will play.
Nice. So yeah, you're working on a Kickstarter to fund the creation of the album and all of the things associated with getting it out there to people.
Yes, and I just launched it yesterday. So it's today is January 25th. I launched it on the 24th, and I had a big launch event at Last Best Comedy, and the event was sold out, and it was this amazing night where we played the video. I played a number of songs, and there's a format there. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but there's you've been a BOZ. Yeah. So there's this show called The Notorious BOZ, where some member of the community comes in, they tell stories, and then people improvise around it. And we did that, except for it was with my songs.
Oh, cool.
And anyway, it was a wild success, and the Kickstarter the goal is $25,000, and we raised fully half of it in one day last night. So we raised $12,500, and as of right now, I think it's somewhere just under $14K. So I have until the end of February to make up the rest of the amount. I'm feeling pretty inspired by that initial show of support. And yeah, it was just it was a joyful night. There's a lot of really good community energy, and none of this would have existed if I hadn't been a part of Last Best Comedy and come to know all of these people. And so it was also just kind of like a celebration of the community as well. So
it's that community seems like very close-knit. This is me from the outside, but it seems like a close-knit community and a very vibrant one. So, which is that's awesome. I was just thinking this the other day that when they first opened Last Best, I was wondering how well it would go, and it's definitely exceeded expectations for sure. So I'm really happy that it's thriving so well, and that there are so many people in the community involved in it, and it just keeps getting better. So
I think we're like genuinely punching high above our weight. It helps that the founders of the club, or at least two of the three founders of the club, are veterans of Los Angeles, where they improvised and taught the best. And so we are privileged to have particular improv talent here in Bozeman. But also, I lived in LA for a little while. It's been about a decade, and I used to go to the UCB Theater down there. And to be honest, I think the sense of community here is stronger. Yeah. Improv tends toward creating a pretty good sense of community anyway, because of how you have to be vulnerable. You're up there making it up on the spot, so you have to trust the people that you're up there with. So in general, it does lead to people trusting each other. But also Los Angeles has a lot of people who are trying to become professional actors, professional comedians, whatever, and are using classes and things to maybe develop professional skills, but there's more of a competitive energy. It's harder to get into classes. Right. And Last Best Comedy has a lot more of just a very inclusive vibe, where there's a lot of people who just kind of show up one day and they discover they love it, and then they take classes and they get to know everybody else, and so there's a constant cycling of new talent, and it makes for it is a community that really I think feels tight knit and close.
Yeah. I think that probably makes a lot of difference. Like people that are in it for the love of it, not necessarily for advancing career goals and stuff. They're doing it because they love it and they like the people that they get to do it with. And
and that's what you can get when you're in a town like Bozeman, this size of a town.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes with its own challenges as well because, you still have to keep the lights on and you still have to sell tickets. And so, in an environment where, like Los Angeles, where you have headliners all the time, and, you can probably have an easier time getting people to come. We don't have like that much of an issue with attendance, but it is a balancing act in terms of like the business and the community aspect of things.
Yeah, you've been involved down there
since the beginning,
straight from the start.
Since the in fact, even before the beginning, when Annie and Levin O'Connor, they're the people I was talking about who moved from Los Angeles. They came and they moved to Bozeman. I think this was like 2018 or so, maybe a little before, maybe a little bit after. And at that time, there was the only improv in town was at the Verge, and I was a big member of the Verge as well. And they were apparently thinking, they wanted to move to Bozeman because it's a better place to raise a family and all that. But they were thinking improv was done, and then they came and saw some shows at the Verge, and then they started to realize, this could happen.
Could happen.
So their initial set of guinea pigs was me and a few other guys and gals from the improv, from the Verge Improv.
Yeah, nice.
And we were the inaugural improv troupe, Space Door.
Yeah, well, it's definitely grown into something. What was your experience with doing the Notorious B.O.Z. with your songs, and then watching people riff off them and stuff?
It went entirely better than it exceeded all of my expectations. I think it helps that I know them, and I think it gives them a little bit of extra freedom to just kind of do whatever comes to their mind. But they wove together elements from all of the tracks, beautifully by the end of it. The trope of in like 80s movies where there's the girl who has the glasses, who's the nerd girl, and then she takes off the glasses and lets down her hair, and it turns out she was beautiful all the time. Well, there was a witch in the show, a witch who lived in the woods, and it turned out at the end all she needed to do was get the moss off and take her glasses off, and she was a beautiful woman underneath all of that. And then so the way that the show ended was we reunited my character and her. And it was a callback to the song I played at the beginning, the coolest kid in sex ed. It was implied that she was Britney from that song. So yeah, it was incredible.
It's always fun to me to watch those and just I think it's really funny sometimes, somebody will tell a story and then the direction that it develops. Improv is sometimes like
it went totally bonkers, but in the best of ways. Yeah. It's so much more fun to have them playing off of 80s and 90s movies tropes when we're dealing with witches than whatever else. So.
Yeah, nice. Cool. Well, yeah, it's man, it sounds like I know sometimes Kickstarters can be nail biters, but with that strong a start, that seems to be a pretty fortuitous way to get things off the ground. And I don't know how much I want to dwell on this, but obviously yesterday was quite a day when it comes to news events. Though, to be honest, the entire all of 2026 has been just kind of one continuous set of crises and horrible news. So, I did not start off the day incredibly pleased by, opening up and I have to use social media to post all of my,
like tell people to come to the show, post ads to get them to donate to the Kickstarter, and then I'm looking at just horrors. And it's in general, it's very absurd and very jarring to go from raunchy sex comedy to man executed.
That's man. It's I think now maybe more than ever, and I think this has been said a lot of different times, but comedy and music, I think help us to withstand the onslaught in different ways. You need to somehow maybe not escape it, but contextualize things and back off a little bit, shift focus a little bit so that you're not sucked down into that vortex quite so hard. And I think, comedy and music are great ways to do that. So,
I mean, it helps build capacity and resilience. It felt very meaningful last night, the event, in the context of everything. I mean, there is an absurdity with like the online element of it because of the direct juxtaposition. Yeah. But in person, it felt very needed and felt very appreciated, I think. And I mean, just in general, I think a lot of, at least how I see political events at the moment, is there's a lot of messaging that encourages you to be scared or to shrink or otherwise keep your head down.
Right.
And I think that comedy and community and all of those things, like having joy is important. I mean, it can't just be what you're fighting against. It has to be like what you're fighting for. And that doesn't just include like having fun. It means like knowing that you've got all these people in the same city as you who are in a similar emotional place as you, who care about you. And these kinds of events bond people. People had a really, it was, I was crying a little bit, not even a little bit, I was crying a lot this morning, thinking about a lot of it. Some people posted some very, very moving things. So.
Nice. Yeah, it's, I think that's one of the things, there are so many things you can say about our current existence in cyberspace. And what that's doing to us, but that opportunity for people, I think we too often forget that as much as we might think that we've evolved past it, that we are still very social animals, and if we're off by ourselves too much, I think it has a very negative effect. And so, getting people together to do anything together is helpful to everyone involved, I think. And if it's something that you can be joyful about, then I think that has a pretty big multiplying factor. Yeah. So cool. Well, yeah, I wonder if maybe you want to
do another one?
Yeah.
All right. What do I want to play next? I'm gonna do. This is what's one of the things about my songs is that they don't actually need a lot of preamble. I can just kind of I can play them and you will figure it out. But let's do that. Let's. I'm not going to even set it up. Let's see what happens. While there's some beeping in the background. Just your standard Sigma who works out quite a lot. I track all of my macros to make sure I look hot. Cultivate a winning grind set to manifest the things I need. But every time I try to pull chicks, I never quite succeed. And even though my bros Kevin and Tyler say I've got game, I think I've been infected with low T beta brain. Because I want more French kissing, but there's something I'm missing, and I need some help. Can't seem to stop cock blocking myself. Usually when you get cock blocked, it's by another guy. But babes reject me one-on-one, and I don't understand why. I'll listen to Joe Rogan's podcast. I'll follow Andrew Tate. I take cold showers every morning. Why don't I have a mate? Is there some hidden lever or button or secret code, a mod that I could download that turns on sexy mode? Because my search for snuggles is just leading to struggles. I'm not doing well. Can't seem to stop cock blocking myself. Sometimes when I'm outside the gym at night, I'll look up at the stars that shine so bright, and like a protein supplement for the soul, it makes me feel swole. Pull-ups can be lonely. Deadlifts can be sad. I can look smacks all I want. I'll never be a Giga Chad. This world can be so awful, so cruel and complex. But there's nothing quite as tragic as a bro who's undersexed. And sure, there's war and famine and social injustice and poverty, but then there's also poking a P inside a V. So shower me with your pity, cry a tear for me too, and wish me good health, 'cause I can't seem to stop cock blocking myself. Ooh, yeah, yeah, cock blocking myself, cock blocking myself. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of online people, subcultures.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Yeah, how? So I imagine, like getting into the place where you can sing from the point of view of those characters is probably something that you were used to from doing comedy, especially improv stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know if I can entirely say how it happens. I think there are just certain characters I feel like I know and I understand and I inhabit fairly easily.
Yeah.
I don't know what it says. That is a character that I feel like I understand pretty well. And like a lot of what makes songs funny in the first place. I mean, in addition to all the character stuff I was talking about before, because that is a good example of a character who is very, it's sincere.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand why he can't get women. It's not that much of a mystery if you're the audience, but but also there's the contrast of the material and the emotion of the song. And I mean, that's actually one thing I could talk about for a bit is just, there's a fair amount of musicality in the songs. I definitely am not just, I'm not just writing songs like as a background music bed for lyrics or something like that. A lot of times, many times it's the melody that kind of comes first, or maybe they kind of arrive at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's a sad song, which is there can be challenges in making something that is funny and still sad, that it can be like low energy and still work.
Still happen.
Yeah.
So I was kind of curious, in your evolution, did comedy come first or music, or were they kind of...
Comedy came absolute last. So I was just talking with... I'm still in touch with a lot of people who I've known since literally like first grade. The first person who backed my Kickstarter is a friend that I've known since first grade, which is crazy. And then the next person was also someone who I've known that long. So so these are people who have known me through my entire life. And if you were to have met me in high school, well, for one thing, I'd be a lot more like the kid in the story, minus the mooning thing.
That wouldn't have happened.
But I guess the anxiety and not being all that cool. But like, I didn't play guitar until I was 20, so I didn't even start guitar. I did play music. I've been composing music for quite a while. My parents gave me this very cheap Yamaha synthesizer for Christmas when I was in middle school, and you could record multiple tracks on it. And so I got like the bug, the itch for writing stuff early, but I didn't have a lot of technical skill, and I certainly didn't have a lot of instrumental skill. But when I picked up guitar, for whatever reason, it clicked, and I've never been able to like put it down. I've tried to learn piano like 1,000 times, and I'll be very diligent about it, and I'll try for like a year to have a regular practice schedule, and then something will jar me off, and then I will not play it for 5 or something like that. And guitar, I stick with. So
stay with it.
Anyway, I didn't start playing guitar until I was 20. I wouldn't have been caught dead in front of people performing. I was mortified of public speaking. I didn't even have a desire. It wasn't even like it was just like, that's a thing that other people do and not me. And that didn't start changing until my 30s. And also I should say that I didn't start writing music with lyrics until I got to my 30s as well. So, and a lot of that happened because I wanted to write lyrics for a long time, but I just would get blocked. And I kind of had to go through this whole process of, I think I'm like temperamentally a perfectionist, and I was really trying to get everything exactly right before I would show it to people. And I had to get to a point where I would write like a draft, and then I would share it and feel really gross about it when I was sharing it. And that ended up being a very big deal. So anyway, that's to say, I didn't play guitar, I didn't perform, I didn't write lyrics, and then I also didn't do any comedy until I started doing improv at The Verge. And even then, for years, I certainly didn't think of myself as, a comedian. In fact, I think like only in the last like 2 years have I kind of had to come to terms with like, I guess I am. I mean, look at me, I am a clown. So,
I guess that's the first step, is to admit that you are a comedian.
Yeah, it's step one. Just like Comedians Anonymous or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm sure that, the next steps are probably many and varied, but well, I wonder if you want to maybe do another song.
Sure. All right. I got two more.
Cool.
This one's romantic. It's a passionate song. A candle flame burns with a hot romantic glow. Rose petals frame a half-drunk glass of dry Merlot. A slip out of my soft silk robe and turn on berry white. My heart starts to pound as I walk to my bed, lay down my head and sink into the leopard skin bedspread. Don't be polite. Let passion ignite. Give in to the solo sensual delight. I'm finding things out about my body tonight. I'm on the prowl, exploring every inch of skin. The gray wolf howls, hungry for the hunt to begin. I bite my lip and touch my navel, claw my hand across my chest, seeking parts still unknown as I pinch myself pink. Indulge every kink, edging ever closer to the brink. Don't be uptight. Run free and take flight in the wild. Nothing's wrong or right. I'm finding things out about my body tonight. Search, but I would never find a body wonderland compares with a mind. I'm in love with the shape of me. Yeah, I'm in love with the shape of me. I'm dripping sweat. The candle flame is burning low. Catch my breath. Summon the strength for one more go. Crest the final peak of pleasure. Let out a mighty moan. Breathe out a sigh as I plant a soft kiss on my ivory wrist, suspended in a state of perfect bliss. In the light of the moon, I'm both big and small, spoon feeling lighter than an air balloon. Can't wait to find more things out about my body soon.
So I guess maybe we could talk a little bit about like the Kickstarter. So you've got the songs all pretty much picked out and written.
Yes, they're all written.
So you're funding like the recording and then all of there
are three kind of big buckets of what are being funded. Obviously, there's the production, all the recording, all of the session musicians, mastering, mixing, all of that kind of stuff. I am a producer, and I have a lot of experience writing and recording music. So I'm going to do quite a lot of it, but I'm still going to want a lot of help. And I'm going to want a saxophone player for that song. Yesterday when I was playing that at the club, I had a coworker who was sitting right in front of me, and I was you were just cringing the whole time, which was quite fun for me. That's one that people kind of go like that the whole time, but they also tend to like it. So, yeah. And it's a self-empowerment song, I think, a self-love, right?
Exactly.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What was I? And then so one bucket is the music production. Another part of it will be music videos. So I'm going to make multiple. The base Kickstarter level will fund 2 music videos, and then of course if I get past 25,000 and it I don't know, goes to the moon or something like that, more and more music videos can be funded after that. It'd be great to make something for all or at least most of the tracks, if possible. I spent a lot of time making with my friend Kyler, who is Kyler Ernst. He's a filmmaker in town, and he does a lot of great work for community organizations. He made a documentary for the HRDC. He made this cool Monty Python style animation for the Livingston Fringe Fest a few months ago. He and I worked very hard making the video for the Kickstarter, which I really hope people, when they hear this, they go and check it out, because it's very well done. I mean, I'm bragging a bit, but I'm very pleased with it. I'm very proud of it. And it's also to show proof of concept that we are capable of making really good videos.
Right.
So music production, videos, and then the last bit is marketing. And that's partly what the Kickstarter is too. I'm just trying to emerge on the scene and let it be known that there's this absurd, raunchy 90s sex comedy album that is coming up, and so people have some awareness of it, and there's a little bit of hype. And so once I'm done with this campaign to fundraise it, people are aware of it, and they're excited for its release.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I wonder if you want to maybe do the last song.
Last song? Okay. So this is the only one of the songs that's going to require a little radio editing, which is very, I think, appropriate for the 90s. I remember...
Yeah. Tipper Gore.
Yeah, I remember when I was like 6th grade or something like that, I went to get the first Eminem album, I think Slim Shady LP, Marshall, I think it's Slim Shady. I don't remember 100% anymore. It was at Hastings in Bozeman, and they had these stickers that said 18 to purchase on them, and I went to the cashier and I gave them the CD, and they're like, "Are you 18?" And I was like, I thought that was the price. Anyway, there's a bit of nostalgia just in and they would release the albums too that had like the radio edits, so you could buy the not 18 version, which is very funny for me to think of in retrospect, that like you could have a whole CD of an album and like half of the words could, like rap albums. Yeah. Just like
just half of it was blanks. Yeah.
All right. So this song is a song about shopping. I strut into the store with my reusable bag, fist bump the cart attendant, cause I'm just so swag, make a hard left, cause I know my destination, I'm a man on a mission, there's no hesitation, pass a large display of cherry coke, I can't believe this moment, I am so damn stoked, pass the toothpaste, the tampons, the toilet covers, before I come to a stop at the wall of rubbers. I'm shopping in the condom aisle, shopping in the condom, shopping in the condom aisle, shopping in the condom aisle. Now everyone can see that I'm about to have sex, cause I'm in the grocery looking at latex. Do I get the flavored ones and give my girl a treat, or do I buy the extra strength and cage the beast? I'm not just buying this looking for some luck. I'm a certified player, guaranteed to I got a girlfriend now. It's real legit. We had the talk last night, and she said she wants to do it. A mother and the rest of her family pass by on the way to the pharmacy. I say, what's up? Give a nod, flash a smile, because I'm shopping in the condom aisle. I'm shopping in the condom aisle. Shopping in the condom. Shopping in the condom aisle. Shopping in the condom aisle. And all the grandmas buying hair products will know forevermore that this guy shopping in the condom. Shopping in the condom. I grab a box of chocolates and some discount wine before I step to the back of the checkout line. Brush the dirt off my shoulders as I unload my cart. Pull out a couple coupons cause I shop real smart. The cashier gasps as the conveyor stops and he sees a pack of Magnums right on top. He glances at me for a second with a look like, dang. I just shrug my shoulders cause it ain't no thing. The card reader processes my debit card. Punching in that PIN number almost gets me hard. I say catch you later cause it won't be a long while until I'm shopping again in the condom aisle. I'm shopping in the condom aisle. Shopping in the condom. Shopping in the condom aisle. Shopping in the condom aisle. I'm shopping in the condom aisle. Shopping in the condom. Shopping in the condom aisle. Shopping in the condom aisle. Got to do that like face at the end. Doesn't feel right unless I do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. So, do you have a time frame for getting things put together and wrapped up for
the whole thing? I mean, I'm giving myself a bit of a window. I may get it finished before, but I am loosely targeting summer of 27 for the completed everything and albums in hand and premiere concerts and that kind of thing. I'm gonna do at least one, maybe more than one single in process, and I'll release a music video. I'm gonna do the PowerPoint song. I'm gonna make a music video for that probably just in April or May. I already have that song produced.
Yeah.
And I have the concept all prepped and ready and all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
So, and like for people who back the Kickstarter, I'm gonna be giving updates, and I'm gonna try and do stuff where I record parts of the process or talk about it and say how it's going and film. If I've got a I'm keep coming back to that sax soloist, but it's the funniest idea to me to just have the sax player, the session sax player had a lot of great work in the 80s, and then it kind of dropped off for a while.
Yeah, that's true. Cool. Yeah, it's. I want to thank you for coming in and playing, and glad that things are going so smoothly so far, and hope they continue to go that way. And we'll be kind of keeping an eye out for the release of the album.
Well, I really appreciate you all giving me the platform to do this. It's fun. It's fun to play these. Some of these songs, fit very well within this kind of studio setting. Like the sad ones, I can kind of zone in. The really cocky ones play really well to a crowd.
Yeah,
but it's a little funnier here in this room by myself, bringing that kind of energy. So
yeah.
Anyway, thank you for letting me do this.
Oh, you bet. Yeah, and I want to thank Pat Loken for all the things, hosting us, doing the video work, the audio work, like always, so I get to come and just chat with people and have fun. So I want to thank everybody. Keep it tuned right here to KGVM, and have a great night, everyone.